Welcome to the world of embarrassment. We all have been there once or twice in our lifetime, but when we're talking about embarrassment in the world's most popular game, things are recorded in the most accurate forms for later playovers, for late nights, and seriously, nobody wants to be in that position where their intimate situations get immortalized. We're talking about extreme situations, from kissing your co-star, shitting your pants. But who's planning it? And in NBA, nothing is going unnoticed. Even the slightest expression is captured by those one lock X cameras. And the only thing left after those messed up situations are the wish to teleport in some glory dimension, to just acknowledge and swallow the bitter pill for no further awkwardness. These unplanned situations are extremely spontaneous, so there are no do-overs to them. So in today's video, let's just look at 10 of those cringe-worthy moments caught in live cameras and instantly went down in history books for the sake of some fun. And subscribe if you already haven't. Number 1. Do you guys remember the time when Nick Young shot the three and instantly went to celebrate with all his confidence? Without even looking at the score and saw the ball jump off the rim, the man instantly went into despair after seeing the result, which caused him to deliver and childlike expression. The launch took place in the middle of the 2014 game. Nick had already scored 5 straight threes for the team and was in his rhythm when it happened. Man launched another 3-point jumper and turned his body around to raise his arms, but as dramatic as the situation, the ball would clang in and out and bounced off the rim and instantly put him in an awkward position with his hands in the air. It was funny to think for Young to believe that the rim is miles wide and it can't miss. Number 2, talking about bouncing off. Remember the time when LeBron's hair slipped off his forehead and sadly, he was not even bothered to cover it up in front of the cameras. Yes, we had to come to LeBron when the list is about awkwardness. I mean, how the talks about NBA are ever over without mentioning his name. In 2019, Lakers were playing against the Jazz, but in that game, LeBron appeared different, wearing a headband, which he had kept away for a long time. And during the match, we can see Anthony Davis trying to show LeBron that something is off. Fans had no idea about the gestures. But later, despite the King's own barber's statement about there is nothing artificial about LeBron's hair, cameras managed to capture some intimate moments with LeBron's head. His hairline was glitching, but the warning didn't quite stop the hair movement. In the post-game interview, anyone could notice his hair peeling up, literally giving him a crown for the king. It didn't make some sound on Twitter, enough for LeBron to give up his headband. When it's podcasted on live TV, even LeBron has to respect the evidence, right? Number 3. Mavs players disrupting the Westbrook's pre-game dancing ritual. Coming back from LeBron, we have this insane moment of disruption by Mavs players. Yes, LeBron is also very popular for his powder tricks, but Westbrook is another whole chapter. This whole silly dancing with his teammates somehow helped him get pumped, but back in the 2016 playoff season, some Mavs Charlie Villanueva and Justin Anderson got really sick of the act, and they went on with action by of course crashing it. Even Villanueva came to the media after the game, after the video of that awkward exchange got some public eyes. Number 4. The awkward handshake attempt by Kevin Love and Wesley Johnson. In NBA, it's customary for teammates show their support by their handshakes. But for these pairs, it lasted an eternity of never connected handshake attempts. Yes, an unreceived handshake is the most painful and awkward situation that can happen to anyone. In the case of Johnson, he was not an easy quitter. On number 5, we have the romance of Dick Bavetta and Charles Barkley. This highly awkward scenario was taking place a long time ago. But who can forget it? It all happened in an event conducted by NBA in 2007, when NBA referee Dick Bavetta and Charles Barkley went on full strike, showing their affection to the world. It was an accidental situation where both stars didn't get any idea about what the hell was going on, but they just went on with it anyway. To cut down the awkwardness, that happened anyway, and ended up in making it a more painful scene to watch. Number 6. We don't know why awkward situations love LeBron so much, but he's not new to this, and we have to talk about his famous decision. The news went viral, made all the headlines, and fans were pissed off. But what exactly went wrong was not his departure, but it was the announcement. He stated that, "I'm taking my talents to Miami Heat," and despite all the awkwardness and pain, it coasted LeBron took it to a whole new level by performing on a live TV podcast welcome party in which he was showing off his skills to the entire fans. Like it was disrespectful enough for the whole NBA community, it certainly showed some cringe moments. Number 7. The drunken car driving episode that got worsened by every statement by Eddie Griffin. In 2006, Eddie Griffin rammed his car into a Chevy Suburban, but what was worse is that the star was extremely drunk and was not fully dressed as per the witnesses. But things didn't stop there for Griffin. We don't know what was he thinking, but the star came with an explanation to make it worse, like it was not enough. In the statement, he claimed that he was actually watching a pornographic film while performing a sexual act as he drove the car. Man, that dude needed to be stopped. On number 8, we have Russell Westbrook, ending the interview due to an annoying question. Russell is known for his disdain for post and pre-game interviews, and we know he's not that media friendly even though fans love him watching on camera. But one time he went heated was when one reporter asked him after taking a loss against the Utah if he lost it or Jazz win this time. Russell was fed up of this kind of stupidity and immediately ended the session with a disgusted look on his face, but without showing much respect, saying, "What?" Number 9. The Pistons leave the Bulls hanging and refuse to shake hands after the loss. This incident was a showcase of poor sportsmanship on the part of Piston after their loss. It is customary for players to shake hands with each other in order to share respect with each other. But in 1991, when Piston took a loss against Chicago Bulls, one by one they just left, leaving everyone in an awkward position. And let's just say, it was a display of butthurt sore egoism at its worst. Number 10. But what about the most embarrassing scenario you can imagine? It happened in the 2008 finals between the Lakers versus Celtics game. The crowd was filled with energy, but instead, one of the most awkward situations ever can happen for anyone was happening right in front of everybody without dragging too much attention to it. During the play, when Kobe was taken in advance, Paul Pierce mysteriously dropped to the ground and immediately went out in a wheelchair. But one kid on the front row witnessed what was really going on there and immediately opened his jaw. But after 2 minutes, he came, as mysteriously he went out and started shooting rigs with immaculate accuracy. But after 11 years, when asked about what really happened there, Pierce opened his mouth for the first time. And he said, "I just had to go to the bathroom." And when asked why did he take a wheelchair, he said, "Something went down." But like we said earlier, cameras don't lie. As you can see, when Pierce came back from the relief station after taking care of the business, you can actually see in the footage that he wiped his shit-covered hand on his teammate's shirt. That's a sick dude. I mean, how can you completely ignore the toilet papers and come back to transfer the dirtiness to your teammate? Don't cover that sick work into some badass attitude. And that's it, guys, for today's video. Hope y'all enjoyed the awkward scenes, and give a like if you enjoyed it. Until next time, bye-bye.